Hello and welcome to this episode of I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, where today I'm going to be talking about if you can't find 15 minutes to dedicate to your kids each day, you should dedicate 30 minutes.
So the big question is this: how are parents like us, who don't have a manual, who are doing the best we can, who feel as though we aren't enough, how are we going to raise healthy, happy children who we are proud of and still keep our sanity in that process? That's the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Ryan Roy, and welcome to I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, a podcast for parents who are being real with themselves.
Hello and welcome back to this episode of I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, where today I'm going to be talking about if you can't dedicate 15 minutes of your time to the most precious thing that you have on this planet, your offspring, something that you created and have committed to taking care of and love for the rest of your life, you need to really find 30 minutes to dedicate to them, because you're not making them a priority. So what made me think of this topic? I have a good friend of mine that I worked a number of years ago in another industry. I've gone on and I'm doing the parenting and the coaching thing, but he's also a coach. He just happens to be a fitness coach, and he is really taking things to the next level. And on his Instagram post yesterday, as somebody who believes in fitness, if you research the most successful people on the planet, no matter what they're successful in, whether that's business or fitness or parenting or whatever it may be, the majority of the most successful people in the world meditate each and every single day. So his post on Instagram said, if you can't find 10 minutes each day to meditate, you need to find 20. And I thought, wow, that's so profound. Like if your day is so compact and so crazy that you can't find 10 minutes to meditate, you probably do need to start at 20 minutes and find that, because your system, your whole day is probably a little out of whack, and you're not focused, and you're not gaining clarity in your day to do that. And I thought to myself, it's the same thing with parenting. If you can't find 15 minutes each day to really connect and pour into your child, then you really need to find 30 minutes to do so. And then I started thinking, if I'm going to do this podcast, I need to tell people how I spend 15 minutes each day with my own kids. And I'm going to share with you a typical day in the Roy household. My wife typically gets up with the baby. He's usually up around 5 or 5:30. She gets up, she goes to bed earlier than I do. She gets up and she's got to get ready for work, and she likes and enjoys her cup of coffee. She goes down with him. So I go downstairs by 6 o'clock, and at that point, she kind of starts wrapping up her time with the baby, where she's just snuggling with him, watching a little TV or counting or doing whatever they're doing. And then I slide in. Our routine has become, because I read to the other one at night, is I read to him in the morning. So if he's drinking his milk, great. If he hasn't, I'll grab his milk, and then I'll say, hey, you gonna grab some books? And he has about a dozen books located near the television, and he goes and he grabs them one by one. And we sit there and read for 10 or 15 minutes every single morning. After that, I spend additional time with him, just talking to him. It's crazy. I always ask him what his dreams were the night before. He can't even really answer me. There may be something in the background on, and I'll, some wheels on the bus or something like that, and we talk about that. And all of these things are me engaging with him. That's the little one. By about 6:30, 6:45, his brother comes down. Once his brother comes down, his brother usually gives him a big hug, and they experience this love and bonding, and he loves his big brother. So that starts to happen. They spend a little bit of time playing, but I also ask the other one, hey, what did you dream about last night? Any cool dreams? Did you sleep well? Are you excited for the new day? Last night was the first day of school, so it was like, hey, we got our homework ready, we're ready to go, we got our new shoes on, our new stuff, let's go and have a fantastic day. And I prep him mentally for the day. But the dedicated 15 minutes with him, in addition to when he comes home, which I'm actually recording this and he'll be coming home any minute now, but when he comes home, depending on what my schedule looks like, because I work from home, I may be with a client on the phone or may not, but as soon as I'm done with the workday, or if I'm done by the time he gets home, it's, what was your day look like? Do we have homework to do? Let's take care of that stuff first. I may sit there and do homework with him, and that's connecting. Listen, that's me teaching. That's me finding out where his hardships lie. Where is he challenged in this math problem? Does he not understand what a pronoun is versus a noun versus a verb and all those things? So we'll connect there on the table. A lot of times he'll help us at this point with cooking dinner. Hey, what would you like for dinner? What are you interested in making? Hey, do you want to see how that's made? Come into the kitchen with me. But the real dedicated time, which is after we bath time and shower and brush his teeth and do all that and read, right? As we do what's called, and I've talked about this in other podcasts, daddy talk time. See, I don't know jack about parenting, but I know this. If you are trying to build a relationship with anybody, if you don't spend time with them, that relationship is not going to form and build, and bonding isn't going to happen. So why not take the time, energy, and effort to take dedicated 15, 30 minutes a day with the people who are important to you? And my kids, personally, are important to me. And I don't judge anybody else who doesn't have that relationship. This is me, guys. This is what I have found purpose in, and this is what works for me. And some people, it may be work. Some people, it may be a charitable organization. Some people, it may be something else. But for me, I think the greatest gift I can give this world is to have well-adjusted kids who are so loved that they go out into the world and they can give more love. So I spend time with my kids. Because if we don't spend time, they start having insecurities and anxiety, and they don't feel safe. And if those things happen, now we just have major problems. And there's an epidemic in this world, not just this country, but in this world right now, of people who just are not dedicated in this parenting realm. And then they're trying to slap remedies on these children long term. Like, oh, I'm just going to hire a therapist. Oh, I'm just going to put them on this drug. Oh, I'm just going to, put them in private school. I'm going to send them off to boarding school. I'm going to do everything but spend time with them. And to me, it's freaking sad. So let me circle back. Spending 15, 30 minutes a day with your children. The one thing that I do, and it's in my book called Be the Dad You Wish You Had, right? Dad I wish I had spent time with me. So I spend time with my kids. And in one of the latter chapters, I believe it's chapter 36, it's called Daddy Talk Time. And every night, last night was cool because I told him stories of his first day of kindergarten. In the first week, and how we mentally prepped and walked through that. And he was sharing with me his memories of it. And so I tell him 5 things I'm proud of him for. Hey, I'm proud you got on the bus by yourself today. I'm proud that when you come home and your brother comes home, you always give each other hugs. You're an awesome big brother. I'm proud of you for being excited about your homework today, and we did it really quickly, and it was a fun exercise that we got to do for the second day of school. I'm proud of you for acknowledging your friends who were in the classroom. We had a discussion around this, that weren't your normal friends, and being like, I'm super excited that you guys are in this class with me. And I was actually proud of him, because another friend was like, it's unfair because you have so-and-so in your class now. Mind you, he's in a dual language class, so he does half the class in English, half in Spanish. And then they switch classes, so these same 48 kids have been together now for going on the 4th year. So they're in separate classes, but they play together, they do everything together, they see each other all day, they go to lunch together. So one of the friends was like, oh, it's not fair because you have so-and-so in your class now. But he missed out on 2 of his best friends. And he says, I don't think it's not fair. I just think we're getting to spend time with different friends. And he told me that. And where one kid's perspective is negative, my son's was positive. So I acknowledged him for being proud there. Then I asked him if there's anything that he wants me or I didn't know about that I would be proud of. And he tells me last night there was nothing. And then we just talked about life. And it's his dedicated time with Dad. And it usually ends with, Dad, I'm really tired. Can we go to sleep now? And I rub his back. And he goes to bed. And that's our dedicated time every night that he knows he gets to connect with his father and hear how proud I am of him. And I do it through my words and my actions. So where can you find 15 minutes of dedicated time? And if you can't find 15 minutes now, I suggest you find 15 in the morning and 15 at night and really start pouring into your children. Kids spell love, T-I-M-E. Give them some of it. We'll see you in the next episode.
Do you want to be the dad you wish you had? If so, go get my free book, Be the Dad You Wish You Had, at BeTheDadYouWishYouHad.com. Inside, you'll find my most effective 40 tips to quickly and easily transform yourself into the ideal dad. Go to BeTheDadYouWishYouHad.com now and get it while it's free.